We are live. Before I forget, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody. It is Saturday the 23rd. But anyway, was messing around on YouTube last night and I'm seeing more and more of the original channels. And what I mean by original are channels that were starting off the same time. And I was starting off back in 2008, 2009. But anyway, not the reason for this video. So, everybody's in that holiday crunch, holiday rush. You're shopping for people, you don't really know what to do. So, I ended up looking into doing an upgrade on my brother's four-wheeler. We ended up getting matching Arctic Cats. So this one happens to be mine. And you can see here is the brush guard that I have for the front of mine. At the time, this machine's just over a year old. At the time, Arctic Cat was switching, changing over the design for the Altera model, so that was the only available front brush guard that they had. I was looking at a model like this, or example, this brush guard. This brush guard was the one that I had on my first Altera, which is similar to this. This is also the new body style. They're both the new body style. New body style, obviously, is the raked front, the ride-in chassis for the suspension, yada, 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 whatever. If you want to know more about that, you can actually look it up on the specs on Arctic Cat's website. But for the new body style, that was only front brush guard. I was not too happy with it. Why is it on this model? Both of these are new. These technically the 2017 body style. This is considered a 2016.5, 16 and a half, whatever. But this year versus last year. So I got stuck with this front bumper. Some of the shit that I've been through, however, even though it doesn't protect the headlights, this does a great job in deflecting any little brush, saplings, anything else that you might happen to run into. But I don't use my wheeler like a tank. It's just something to protect it for my own sake. But anyway, going through YouTube last night, and there's a dealership that has this same wheeler in the 700H1. Mine is a 500. Okay, I know what you're saying. 500, the machine does anything that I need it to do. I'm not complaining about the 500 at all. Before I put the Blackwater Evos on here, they had the stock factory Enduro Cadence, which were a horrible freaking tire. I ended up running those right out after the first 400 miles I put on it, and they were shot. The fronts were, the backs weren't really that bad. But they have the same front ITPs running on the back. That just doesn't work for me. So the setup that I have on the 500 is what Arctic Cat would normally run on the Wildcat 1000 Turbo. They're an 8-ply steel belted radial. The tires on my Silverado, I think, are a 4 or 6-ply. So these tires are actually more than what I paid for my truck tires. But anything that I've put them in, put them through, I mean, they work. There's been a bunch of times where I've actually hit little saplings or little trees, maybe 3 inches in diameter, that we caught at an angle that was super low into the ground. But I've caught it into the sidewall, and it takes it like a champ. Nothing's going through the tires. Knock on wood yet. But anyway, kind of just rambling on, and I've already covered the tire upgrade on this, I want to say last winter or so. Yeah, it was probably last December or January, because I got these tires put on last December. Phenomenal tire for, hard pack to asphalt to mud, snow. I got this seriously stuck once last year in the snow, and it wasn't due to the tires. It was just the fact that the snow was too deep, and the 2-inch lift that's on this wasn't enough to not bottom out and get hung up on the skid plate. So that was interesting, shoveling that out. But anyway, should I or shouldn't I? Got this LED light on the front rack, and I can still utilize you know, cargo on the side. And that light is, if I'm not mistaken, a 1900 lumen. But I'll start it up here and turn it on. You can see how bright she is. It's cold today, so it might start up on the second shot. There we go. Look, just broke 1,000 miles after hunting season. Temp is low. Volts are perfect. But the one cool thing about LED lights is I'll plug this in, and I mean LEDs are super efficient anyway, but the volts don't even drop down. It might flicker for a second. Nope, doesn't even move. But she is a pretty bright light. I'll kill the overheads here. And I mean, even during the daytime, it lights up pretty damn good. And that is a spot and flood. So it's omnidirectional on the sides. It gets blacked out a little bit by my rack extension here on the front, but that's why you got your headlights. However, unplug this bad boy. I'm gonna let him run for a couple seconds here, because it's not a good thing if you just start it up when it's cold and shut it off. That'll fuck up your battery. Alrighty, so the should I part, not to make this video any longer, I always say that, and it always does. Found this bad boy here, 24-inch, with the remote control. The only issue that I'm running into is the light itself has that module there, and I apologize, it's upside down and backwards, but that connects to your battery, regulates the power, and then you've got your 100-foot range remote control. The maximum amperage for this light bar is 60 amps. The wheeler's on a 12-volt system. The light is designed for a 12-volt system. Called the dealer. He wasn't too sure. Wanted me to talk to his parts guy that I've been dealing with. So went to the owner's manual. In the owner's manual, this light, or excuse me, I'll go back to this light. It has a maximum of a 60 amp, and then you're looking at damaging it. The electrical system for this, well, I believe for really any Arctic Cat, Altera, ATV, from what I've looked at and comparing that with the owner's manual, it operates from 11 to 15 amps. And this light, it just has 12 amps, maximum 60. But it has a 40 volt, 40 amp fuse. I'm a little confused on that. I'm not really big into the whole electrical systems of wheelers. But anyway, the amp, or the fuse protection that's in the control box for this new light is greater than what my electrical system for my wheeler has on it. The highest fuse that it has would be for 15 amp, and that is for the accessories and for the winch. And the fuse panel for this guy, God, it's fucking cold in here. You know what? It's cold. I'm not fucking with it right now, one-handed. But anyways, all the fuses are in the fuse box. It's here to the front underneath the dash. So I have use of my front rack on the left and the right. This light works freaking perfect. I like the way it's set up. It's a direct plug right into the 12 volt accessory plug on the side of the dash. if I go 24-inch, I would gain, you know, back a little bit in the front, but I would lose the cargo here to the side. But in all actuality, anything I ever do, or any cargo that I put on, I always put it on the back rack anyway, not the front. So I'm kind of in a conundrum. I don't know what really to do at this point. If I should swap it out or figure out something else to do. I don't know. What should I do? I don't know. So I'm going to end it there, because that's pretty much all I got and what I wanted to show you. I wanted to check out the light on this bad boy. Yay. Toys, toys, toys. Alright, anyways, again, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a safe one. And hopefully Firearm Santa brings you guys a new addition to the family.